apron.
He's hurt! Artur Beterbiev puts him...
He's in big trouble.
And he got him on the
That's
chin.
it.
Artur Beterbiev's next target is WBA light heavyweight world champion Dmitry Bivol. Both men will square off on June 1st for the Undisputed light heavyweight championship. Dmitry's training video is already out, and it looks like he's going to be a tough challenger for Beterbiev. But Artur Beterbiev is all set to add another title to his collection, following the WBC, WBO, and IBF belts.
I see another belt. Like you say, I'm collecting belts and I need one more.
Known for dismantling his opponents, today we're going to show you how Beterbiev will destroy Bivol in their upcoming super fight.
You know already.
I don't know already.
I tell you, no.
Fans have wanted to see a clash between Bivol and Beterbiev since 2017, and the craving has only intensified significantly since they emerged as the top two champions in the division in 2022. At their press conference, both fighters appeared very confident. Well, it makes sense, after all, that Beterbiev is defending his WBC, WBO, and IBF belts, and Bivol is putting his WBA title on the line. So, this 175-pound showdown is equally important for both the players. However, it is Beterbiev whose side is much heavier in this fight than his opponent. He already won two title unification bouts by knockout against Ukraine's Oleksandr Gvozdyk and Long Island's Joe Smith Jr., whereas Bivol has not fought another 175-pound champion during his 6-year reign. And if we look into their recent matches, Beterbiev knocked out both light heavyweight boxer Anthony Yarde and one of the world's best boxers, Callum Smith, while Bivol outclassed former IBO world champion Lyndon Arthur. By being the only current world champion boxer to have won all his professional fights by knockout, Beterbiev maintained his flawless record when he stopped Anthony Yarde in the 8th round.
Nice right hand, and now Yarde is hurt! Artur Beterbiev puts him on the canvas!
During the fight, Beterbiev's intensity was overwhelming, and he repeatedly hurt Yarde. A small mouse was visible beneath Yarde's right eye, but he watched Beterbiev with hawkish vigilance.
And Anthony Yarde, who's more settled and getting clipped, the legs underneath him are now wobbly.
His punches were so deadly that Yarde lost his gum shield for a second time early in the 5th round.
That's what you're seeing right now.
A nice uppercut from Artur Beterbiev and the bell.
So mate, you have to admit that Beterbiev is a beast in the ring and isn't showing any signs of slowing down while punching. But hey, you can counterpunch by smashing that subscribe button to support us in bringing this content to you. On the other hand, ESPN's number 5 pound-for-pound boxer Dmitry Bivol also took down one of the UK's most powerful contenders, Lyndon Arthur. After a breakout from hand surgery in 2022, he didn't fight in 2023 until December with Lyndon Arthur. He said he wanted the knockout but didn't feel confident enough in his surgically repaired left hand to push himself more. But in the ring, he totally looked like his usual self, an elite boxer with superb footwork and one of boxing's best jabs, and floored Arthur with a body shot barrage in the closing moments of the penultimate round. However, when it comes to facing Beterbiev, I don't see Bivol being able to hurt him enough to deter him from launching his relentless attacks. We agree that Bivol has a good jab and straight hand, but he rarely adds variety to his punches. So, in order to make an impact on the unified champion, he'd need to take more risks and put more power behind his punches. To prove this, let's see how Beterbiev turned down Callum Smith and handed him a solid defeat. Callum Smith, with a record of 29-2, appears to have found his place in the boxing hierarchy. The former 168-pound title holder is a skilled all-around fighter, but has been unable to reach the pinnacle of the sport, as evidenced by one-sided losses in his two biggest fights against Canelo and Beterbiev. On 13th January 2024, Beterbiev looked destructive against Callum Smith in the ring. He knocked him out to take his record to 20-0, which continued his 100% KO rate. It was a complete performance. The 3-belt 175-pound champion outboxed a good, experienced opponent, outworked him, broke him down, dropped him twice, and finally stopped him in his 8th title defense, giving him 20 knockouts in as many fights.
The most dangerous puncher in the game is ready to close the show.
This setback for Smith was particularly damaging. He fought bravely but was never a genuine threat to Beterbiev, who became the first to drop and stop the Englishman. Here I can say that Smith is good but not special, and it takes a special fighter to beat the likes of Beterbiev. On the flip side, Dmitry Bivol's career hit a snag after he scored the biggest win of his life against Canelo Alvarez. He outboxed Alvarez and took the unanimous decision, leaving the whole boxing world speechless. While Bivol might get plaudits for beating Canelo, I'd say Beterbiev's wins against top-tier fighters like Alexander Gabazdik, Joe Smith, Anthony Yarde, Marcus Brown, Callum Johnson, and Callum Smith are next level. He didn't just beat those guys, he straight up dismantled them. With a solid 100% knockout rate, the buzz for Beterbiev versus Bivol is that Beterbiev's best shot at winning is to score a knockout. Even though Bivol is regarded as a boxer with a better IQ, when asked about securing a knockout, Beterbiev is all about getting that win. However, one factor that could really affect the fight is the age of both fighters, also pointed out by Roy Jones Jr. Beterbiev is 39 right now and has shown he can be hit. His win over Anthony Yarde showed a man who was hit more than usual, so if Bivol can manage to do the same and avoid getting tagged, then only he can secure a defeat over the beast, otherwise not. Bivol is a clean, classic boxer who breaks and outmaneuvers opponents with his jab, but we also know that a jab without power is a waste, while Beterbiev relies on his power to take out every professional opponent he has met. So I reckon he'll easily destroy Bivol on July 1st. It's going to be one of the sickest fights in boxing right now. Talking about Bivol, he's not exactly what he looks like. According to the boxing fans, Bivol has intentionally been stringing out the Beterbiev fight as long as possible to age him out to where he's become an ancient fossil and can't win. Yes, Beterbiev claimed that Bivol has been talking about fighting him for the last 5 years but never does, and he doesn't believe what he says. In the interview with the ProBox TV, Beterbiev said he always talks like this. For the last 5 or 4 years, he tells everyone that he's gonna fight the next fight with me. Now he says it again when I have a fight in 2 weeks.
Now he says like I have fight like next 2 weeks, and he says like he already signed with me contract.
Bivol's promoter Eddie Hearn has been telling the media that he's already signed the contract to meet Beterbiev next in Saudi Arabia, and they're just waiting for him to sign. Are you serious? What is the contract that Beterbiev himself doesn't know about?
I don't know that because I tell you, like, nobody tell me date. He tell only he not good guy.
Similarly, Beterbiev remains unconvinced. He pointed out how Bivol could have signed a contract to fight him while still having a title defense against Callum Smith pending. I mean, it's evident that Bivol may have a problem with his mind. Of course, a bit of trash talking also went between the fighters in their press conference, where Beterbiev teased the media by saying, "He is a real boxer, you know."
He's a real boxer, you know?
Yeah. But that's just between the fighters, which is somehow obvious before their fight. However, Bivol's promoter Eddie Hearn, who has guided his career so far, also couldn't stop himself from mocking Beterbiev. He had issued some surprising criticism, insisting he is not a fan of the unified light heavyweight champion. He said, "I don't really like him, to be honest. I think he's arrogant, rightfully so because he's incredibly dangerous, but we're here to talk about the fight." And I said to Dmitry Bivol after the face-off, "Let's fuck him up, take him to school."
But I found Beterbiev a little bit arrogant. It might have been the language barrier.
Whoa, hang on, Hearn. At least ask your fighter what he thinks about his opponent. The 33-year-old says that a mouth-watering showdown with his compatriot Beterbiev would be a harder fight. He totally understood that Beterbiev is physically stronger than Canelo. He said he has good technique too. Many people talk about his power, but they forget about his technique because his power is so much better than his technique. But hey, Bivol should not forget about Beterbiev's other qualities. His power is a blessing and a curse, as casual observers overlook the other qualities he has. He has an excellent jolting jab, footwork to cut off the ring, a good variety of punches, tremendous balance when throwing combinations, and is defensively responsible. It's not going to be an easy fight for either of them, but I believe Beterbiev will eventually catch Bivol with something big. Though Hearn had predicted repeatedly to the media that Smith would knock Beterbiev the spark out with the left hook, leaving him face down on the canvas, what's your call? Beterbiev by KO or Bivol by unanimous decision? Comment your predictions down below while subscribing to our channel to support us.